Once more in the terribly cold weather of Haven. Adam, are you not freezing? You, uncovered calves and everything. Ugh. Well, William is safely ensconced in the stables, which are now filled to the brim with our new hires. Oh, hello, but you. It's a wonder you have any chest hair left, honestly. Hey. There are certainly quite a few new faces. Interesting armor design. And by the looks of it, we are not coming back to another
Do you think the mages will be able to seal
row.
the breach? I heard
Nope, I am not touching it. Our main duty of business is... I suppose we can have a chat with Giselle out here.
From the lowest slaves to the highest kings.
Some more notes.
Yes, I have heard. Greetings, Herald of Andraste. How fares your quest to seal the breach?
Well, I'm trying.
I'm doing everything within my power.
A task such as closing the breach is a heavy burden. I hope you do not carry it alone. We remember Andraste, but Andraste did not carry the Chant of Light alone. She had generals, advisors, even her husband for a time. Do everything within your power, but remember those who would help you.
I am not your herald, although that advice does seem meaningful.
I thought I made it clear that I'm not the Herald of Andraste.
I understand. Whatever you believe, there remains a task to be done. If the faith of the people is nothing but a tool, then I beg you to use it well. We will all perish if you do not. In any case,
True indeed.
I pray this Inquisition proves less brutal than its predecessor.
How brutal exactly was that Inquisition?
Can you tell me about the original Inquisition?
The original Inquisition was formed after the First Blight, well before the Chantry as we know it. The Inquisitors were hunters, zealots, who tracked and killed cultists and dangerous mages. As Andraste rose to power, the Inquisition came into her service. Instead of hunting those who would do harm, the Inquisitors spread the Chant of Light by force.
Sounds like it would have been quite effective. Evidently it worked out okay for you guys.
No wonder everyone is so nervous around us. Who chose that name?
Divine Justinia herself. I understand that this was not a popular decision. In any case, once the Chant of Light had spread far and wide, there was less need for zealots. The Inquisitors became the Seekers of Truth, and eventually the Templars.
And now the Inquisition has been called again to restore order. By force.
Do you know what impresses me most about the original Inquisition? They fought horrific battles, killed and died for their cause, and when it was time, they put their swords away. Perhaps the name was Divine Justinia's message, that when the Inquisition is needed, it will strike without mercy. But when its work is done, it will put its sword away.
How very noble.
Farewell.
Make her go with you.
Interesting. I might have to do some more reading. But I do recall some old stories about violent zealots. No.
You were saying something about... Cullen?
Yes. Haven has limited space for our soldiers to train. Perhaps we could set up something over here.
Over where? Well, this seems the most obvious one to go. Now, we need to get to Val Royeaux. Something tells me they will not be particularly happy to see me all the same. The remaining Chantry clerics have declared the Inquisition heretical. Attempts to gather allies against the breach have been rebuffed, and at this moment we could not step foot into the capital without being attacked by a mob or arrested. We must convince the Chantry to permit us entry into the city so we can show them the Herald of Andraste is not the monster they believe. Okay, this might be slightly more difficult than I thought it would be.
Having the Herald address the clerics is not a terrible idea.
It's
You can't be
an
serious.
abominable one.
Mother Giselle isn't wrong. At the moment, the Chantry's only strength is that they are united in opinion.
And we should ignore the danger to the Herald.
Let's ask him.
Oh good, I get a say in this.
You want me to walk into a pit of vipers, and you ask me that?
They're not vipers just because they like to hiss.
I
Oh,
will
they could
go
be
with you.
cobras.
Mother Giselle said she could provide us names. Use them.
But why? This is nothing but a...
What choice do we have, Liliana? Right now, we can't approach anyone for help with the breach. Use what influence we have to call the clerics together. Once they are ready, we will see this through.
Oh, I'm going to die. Again. Well, at least I looked the part.
The city still mourns.
Just a guess, Seeker, but I think they all know who we are.
Your skills of observation never fail to impress me, Varric.
My Lord Herald.
Finally,
You're
someone
one
uses
of
the title.
Leliana's people. What have you found?
The Chantry Mothers await you, but so do a great many Templars.
There are Templars here?
People seem to think the Templars will protect them from the Inquisition. They're gathering on the other side of the market. I think that's where the Templars intend to meet you.
Only one thing to do, then.
Oh, I have some new spells for this. For just such an occasion.
They
By the
wish
way-
to protect the people? From us?
Well, mostly me, but we expected that much.
Protect them from the blasphemous Herald of Andraste, I'd say.
Surely they cannot think such a thing.
Why not? They wouldn't be the only ones.
You think the Order's return to the fold, maybe? To deal with us upstarts?
I know Lord Seeker Lucius. I can't imagine him coming to the Chantry's defense. Not after all that's occurred. Return to Haven. Someone will need to inform them if we are delayed.
As you say, my lady.
Eternally. Meanwhile, I believe we have an appointment. Although I have not the slightest idea where this would be. Val Royeaux is not an area I have frequented very often.
Stand wary, guardsman.
Oh, here we go. This would be a sign of where I need to be.
Good people of Val Royeaux, hear me. Together, we mourn our divine. A naive and beautiful heart, silenced by treachery. You wonder what will become of a murderer. Well, wonder no more.
Honestly.
Behold, the so-called Herald of Andraste, claiming to rise where our beloved fell.
Really? That's what you're going with,
say
okay.
This is a false prophet. The Maker would send no mage in our hour of need.
Oh boy. I have never once claimed to be the Herald. In fact, quite frequently I tell people otherwise. So, please, drop the false prophet act.
I make no such claim. I wasn't sent here by Andraste or the Maker. I'm simply trying to close the breach. It threatens us all.
It's true. The Inquisition seeks only to end this madness before it is too late.
It is already too late.
Well, there's the Templars.
have returned to the Chantry. They will face this Inquisition, and the people will be safe once more.
So you've got a magic glowing thing on your head. Okay, that was unexpected.
Still yourself. She is beneath us.
Well, so many opportunities. So many options.
You're not here to deal with the Inquisition.
As if there were any reason to.
Lord Seeker Lucius, it's imperative that we speak with...
You will not address me.
Lord Seeker?
Creating a heretical movement. Raising up a puppet as Andraste's prophet.
Once
You
again!
should be ashamed.
Not the
You
prophet!
should all be ashamed. The Templars failed no one when they left the Chantry to purge the mages. You are the ones who have failed. You who leash our righteous swords with doubt and fear. If you came to appeal to the Chantry, you are too late. The only destiny here that demands respect is mine.
Oh, I have so many counter-arguments. But... we might have a job for you.
What we truly need is an alliance that will seal the breach.
Oh, the breach is indeed a threat. But you certainly have no power to do anything about it.
But Lord Seeker, what if he really was sent by the Maker? What if...
You are called to a higher purpose.
Your
Do not
skin is
question.
god-awful.
I will make the Templar Order a power that stands alone against the Void. We deserve recognition. Independence. You have shown me nothing, and the Inquisition, less than nothing. Templars, Val Royeaux is unworthy of our protection. We march.
Is horrible skin Templar traits, or is it just these guys? I'm
Charming
pretty sure
fellow,
all look
isn't he?
okay.
Has Lord Seeker Lucius gone mad?
Oh, let's not insult the insane. But I'm sure we can do something else.
Fortunately, the Templars aren't our only hope.
I wouldn't write them off so quickly. There must be those in the Order who see what he's become. Either way, we should first return to Haven and inform the others.
We did just get here. Let's see if she's alright. Wouldn't want to be accused of being insensitive.
This victory must please you greatly, Seeker Cassandra.
We came here seeking only to speak with the mothers. This is not our doing, but yours.
And you had no part in forcing our hand? Do not delude yourself. Now we have been shown up by our own Templars, in front of everyone. And my fellow clerics have scattered to the wind along with their convictions. Just tell me one thing. If you do not believe you are the Maker's chosen, then what are you?
I honestly, genuinely don't know, but under the circumstances, the one thing I can be safe for certain is that I'm the person who can help you. The only one, actually.
Someone who can help close the breach and end this madness.
That is more comforting than you might imagine. I suppose it is out of our hands now. We shall all see what the Maker plans in the days to come.
You could still lend us a hand here.
It's not too late. The Chantry could still help us and come out on top.
If only that were true.
What's to stop you from trying?
We are not looking for a winning horse. We are simply trying to do the right thing.
Funny, most of my experience with zealots and fanatics has them be more or less the same. Well, we did try. suppose now we must return once more. Came all this way. William is going to be tired.
What's that? An arrow with a message?
Whoever shot that either has terrible aim or at the very least terrible respect for lives. Large flowing hand and bordered... Oh, dear lord. People say you're special, I want to help, and I can bring everyone. There's a baddie in Val Royeaux. I hear he wants to hurt you. Have a search for the red things in the market, the docks, and round the cafe, and maybe you'll meet him first. Bring swords. Friends of Red Ginny. Oh, I'm just gonna love this, aren't I? Well... suppose you've got something to do around here.
Yes, thank you.
We should look around.
How's it been?
Hello. Thank you, friends, for helping good Lady Keris. Saw those who asked about Harold enter third passage, could not stay to see them exit. Well, I have no mood for admittedly quite nice music, nonetheless. If someone's shooting arrows at me to get their point across, then they might consider a sword a bit better. Another red handkerchief. Key lifted from drunk swearing about Harold. Don't know what door. I'm out. My debt is paid. Interesting. So it would seem someone has a great deal of people in their debt. Well, for the time being, this would seem to be the end of our journey here to Val Royeaux, so we are simply going to have to continue on elsewhere. Back to Haven.
If I might have a moment of your time.
This is curious indeed.
Grand Enchanter Fiona?
Leader of the Mage Rebellion. Is it not dangerous for you to be here?
I heard of this gathering, and I wanted to see the fabled Herald of Andraste with my own eyes. If it's help with the breach you seek, perhaps you should look among your fellow mages.
Why now do you come to us? We've been around for quite some time.
The mages weren't willing to talk to the Inquisition before. Why now?
Because now I've seen what you are. And I've seen the Chantry for what it is. Consider this an invitation to Redcliffe. Come, meet with the mages. An alliance could help us both, after all.
Indeed.
I hope to see you there. Au revoir, my Lord Herald.
Well, it's most of the title, right, at least.
Let us return to Haven.
I've been in this city for 5 minutes, and already I've been mistitled a dozen different times. I have to say I'm not enjoying my trip. Oh. I had hoped to get rather a bit more accomplished, but I suppose we'll have to settle.
Blessed are the righteous, the lights in the shadow. In their blood the Maker's word is written.
Well, that's morbid. Could you find a less violent hymn to be muttering as I pass?
It's good you've returned. We heard of your encounter.
You heard?
My agents in a city sent word ahead, of course.
It's a shame
I'd
the
like their
Templars have
horses.
abandoned their senses, as well as the capital.
At least we know how to approach the mages and Templars now.
One is violent
Do we?
fools, and the other is potential
Lord
allies.
Seeker Lucius is not the man I remember.
True, he has taken the orders somewhere, but to do what? My reports have been very odd.
We must look into it. I'm certain not everyone in the Order will support the Lord Seeker.
Or the Herald could simply go to meet the mages in Redcliffe instead.
You think the Mage Rebellion is more united? It could be 10 times worse.
It could be, but we don't know. Personally, I'm more inclined to believe the mages will be more receptive to our cause.
I could at least find out what the mages want.
No doubt what they've always wanted. Support for their cause.
We shouldn't discount Redcliffe. The mages may be worth the risk.
They are powerful, Ambassador, but more desperate than you realize.
Well, the last place we went to, I was nearly assaulted by Templars and had an arrow shot at me to get a message across.
So it'll be dangerous. I've been in danger since I walked out of the Fade.
If some among the rebel mages were responsible for what happened at the Conclave,
The
Then we
same
best
could
ask
be
them to
said
find
about
out.
the Templars.
True enough. Right now, I'm not certain we have enough influence to approach the Order safely.
then the Inquisition needs agents in more places. That's something you can help with.
In the meantime, we should consider other options.
Yes, please, all walk away
There
when
is
I'm
one
actually in
other
need of
matter.
them.
Several
Oh?
months ago, the Grey Wardens of Ferelden vanished. I sent word to those in Orlais, but they have also disappeared. Ordinarily, I wouldn't even consider the idea they're involved in all this, but the timing is curious.
Why tell me?
So you're telling me this because...
The others have disregarded my suspicion, but I cannot ignore it. 2 days ago, my agents in the Hinterlands heard news of a Grey Warden by the name of Blackwall. If you have the opportunity, please seek him out. Perhaps he can put my mind at ease.
And if he can't?
Then there may be more going on than we thought.
It seems I'm not going to get a single quiet day, am I? Nonetheless, Blackwall fellow sounds interesting. What should we have access to? Well, more knowledge of what we're working with seems like a wise option. So we know that there is someone missing inside of the Hinterlands. I dare say I would like to go back home at some stage, but evidently it's going to take us a little while. Decisions. I think we are going to go and investigate whatever is going on with the Hinterlands once again.